So, the other day, I watched a film called Superbad, a Seth Rogen film which is now turned into a bit of a classic because of its amazing performances by Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, and that other guy. It's an amazing coming-of-age story, and above all, how funny it is.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for once.
And I enjoyed the film so much that I do whatever I do whenever I fall in love with a film. I went and researched all of the cast members afterwards. And I recognised a lot of them. He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, she was in La La Land, he was in Now You See Me, and she was in Oh. And with that, I present Family Guy, the XXX parody. Hello there, ladies and gents, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I would like to share with you a cinematic masterpiece that I don't feel has had nearly enough praise in the last few years. Family Guy XXX parody was written by Leroy Myers, the same man who brought us films like 10-Inch Mutant Ninja Turtles, Strokemon, SpongeBob SquareNuts, and the critically acclaimed Bob's Boners. So it's safe to say this guy is kind of like the Steven Spielberg of the pornographic world. Now, before we jump into his piece de resistance, let's just set the cultural scene so we can fully appreciate the nuances of this film. It was released in 2012, which is obviously the first thing you think of when you think of 2012 is Gangnam Style. You know, it was the year of Gangnam Style. And so the year is 2012. Gangnam Style has just come out. The first Avengers film has just come out. It's the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and Obama has just been re-elected. So life really peaked in 2012. I'm sure we can agree. I mean, just look at the charts in 2012 and tell me you've been as happy as you were in 2012. Exactly. Now we've got the deeper cultural understanding. Let's just jump into it. The film, and I'm going to call it that because it's over an hour and a half, opens with a rewritten Family Guy theme song that introduces all of the characters. Just like all of the regular Family Guy episodes, we have Peter, Lois, Joe, Quagmire, Cleveland, Loretta, and Bonnie and Meg. But I can't show the theme song because of all of the porn in it. But I can read you some of the lyrics and match it with the original, so it gives you an idea. So you see his face between your cheeks, he'll be reaching to get a piece, but just when you think the party's over, then I'll open his flies. Don't forget to mention, not in my eye. So the film has just started, and they've already put more of an effort into it than they would have. I mean, they produced a song, they rewrote the lyrics. I mean, yeah, it's a cover, but sonically it's pretty impressive. They had to redo all of the instruments so it didn't get like copyrighted and stuff, and it's not that bad. So hats off to them for that. The opening scene sets the tone for the entire film. The jokes are really, really bad and really, really weird, and they're really, really funny.
Morning, Peter. How'd you sleep?
Oh, terrible, Lois. I had a nightmare the house was overrun by hedgehogs. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a great day.
Good morning, Peter.
Ah! Hello, Peter. Would you like some soap?
Holy crap!
You know, I used to be able to suck my own dick.
I didn't actually get this joke until I did some research, and that man that was appearing in the toilet is Ron Jeremy. He's like the most famous male porn star of all time, according to a bunch of different articles I found, and his nickname is the Hedgehog. So I suppose the more cultured porn viewers would pick up on that reference, and they'd find that joke an absolute knee slapper. I feel like it's probably funnier if you don't get the joke, because it really wasn't that funny. The next scene is a typical scene in Family Guy, and it takes place in the Drunken Clam, which, for those of you that aren't fully involved in the intricate Family Guy lore, is basically like the local spoons in Quahog, essentially. And also, Here we're introduced to the protagonists we all know and love. We have Ace Ventura, Steve Harvey with hair, Fat Heisenberg, and the guy from Avatar. As if they didn't have the costumes, the sets, and the music down, they have filmed and written actual cutaways to make it seem like a Family Guy episode, which I absolutely love.
And now back to 2.5 X-Men.
Hey, come on. Can't you clean up after yourself? Like a normal human being?
What do you mean by that?
It's just a saying.
So the four are in a bar and they're talking about how they can't have sex with their wives. And I will say there are some funny moments here.
Lois is angry at me for masturbating and not taking out the recycling. Last time I tried to do both, I got my testicle caught in a can of mellow yellow.
You must be getting restless.
I'll say. This morning I almost masturbated to a video of Lindsay Lohan. Almost.
Well, I understand your problem, Peter. Bonnie's been a tough nut to crack ever since she had the baby. And all I want for her to do is crack my nuts, if you know what I mean. Ha!
Can you even feel your nuts, Joe?
No, never mind.
How could this happen to me?
My favourite is when Peter says Lois is mad at him because she caught him choking the chicken, which you assume to mean the obvious thing until this scene comes up.
Oh, Peter, sometimes you're such a bird brain.
What did you just say?
How dare you barge into my home?
Despite the amazing music and acting and directing in this film, the one thing that holds it back is the camera work. They really have like 10 different angles of someone getting ploughed, and then when Peter stands up, they can't pan the camera up, and instead it just focuses on his groin, as if you just really needed to see that. But I guess it's dramatic foreshadowing of what's about to come, so he probably knows there's some filmographic stuff we don't understand. As this is 2012, you already know there's going to be a Twilight joke in there somewhere.
Like in those terrible Twilight movies? Or in other words, those Twilight movies?
Those movies speak to me.
Come here, oh, you son of a...
Award-winning actor Seth Beard played the chicken, and when you watch his performance, it makes sense why he went on to perform in even bigger roles in the XXX franchise, such as Ice Peen in Adventure Time and Master Sphincter in 10-Inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. He really did a great performance. Hats off to him. What I will say is, because this is quite an old film and it wasn't exactly written to last, that some of the jokes are very dated. Like Quagmire has a joke about Foursquare, which I've never heard of before, but his stunning performance as Quagmire definitely makes up for him. I like when he does the... It's bloody brilliant.
Conscious of a social network. Sue me.
They all decide to go off and have sex with their wives, and this scene ends with this absolute zinger.
Well, let's go before we lose our nerve, like Joe's legs. Yeah!
By this point, we're about 10 minutes into a 90-minute film. The other 80 minutes is literally just hardcore porn. However, before each of those scenes start, there's a few lines of dialogue, some funnier than others, and here are my favourite bits. First is Cleveland. Now, all I can say about Cleveland is either the character is too complex and layered to be played accurately, or the acting is so bad it's funny. I'm going to bet it's the second one, but that's just a game theory.
Hey, Donna.
Cleveland, what are you wearing?
I'm just getting my role play on.
I'm just getting my role play on. I've changed my mind. Performance of the century. Go on, Cleveland.
I'm Big Papa, and you're my little Kim. It's just like that famous rap saga. Except there's no Suge Knight murdering an overrated and obviously gay rapper.
Out of all of the things I expected out of this video, a conspiracy theory about the death of Tupac Shakur was not on my list. Next is Quagmire, who hits on Meg, and his dialogue is incredibly unfunny. The thing is about playing Quagmire is he's already written as if he was in a porno, so he has the easiest job, and he delivers.
Oh, Mr. Quagmire. What are you doing here?
You in about 3 minutes. All right.
Peter has one as well, except it's really, really bad, so we're just going to go to Joe's because Peter's isn't even worth watching.
Hey, Joe. How was your day?
Oh, well, you know, I caught a cannibalistic mass murderer who's been capturing homeless people and eating their skins. Reminded me how hungry I am for your touch, Bonnie.
Oh, Joe, you're going to make me blush.
Your legs are so strong and powerful. I just love watching you strut around with your working legs.
Yeah, whose legs aren't paralyzed?
Yours.
That's right, make me kick.
Why the fuck am I watching this? I mean, if this isn't proof that lockdown has affected me for the worse, I don't know what is.
Go ahead on, break them off with a little previews of the remix.
I like to preface this next bit by saying I didn't sit through all of the porn scenes as I have better things to do with my life than watch over an hour of clapping cartoon cheeks. But what I will say is that based off the non-porny bits, this was pretty funny to watch. However, I did take to the hub to see some reviews of people that did watch the whole thing so I could give this a fair, unbiased review. I'm a man of the people, what can I say? This guy said, my least favourite part was the sex, and, you know, I can agree with this man. Fair enough, it's a good opinion. My sweet apple replied with, I laughed and I came. What more could I ask for? It's true. I mean, there's not many other films that can give you that, you know. Not everyone was so pleased though, as Tovac68 said, no imagination. No quagmire ploughing Lois? Get the fuck out. So true, Tovac68. You echoed my suggestion perfectly. All in all, it's very clear to see that they invested a lot of time and a lot of money in this, and although I hope I'll never have to watch it again, I will say I was pleasantly surprised about how entertaining it was. I'd definitely give it 4 Kleenex tissues out of 5. I think the rating would go up if they wrote a scene for the end, so there was a feeling of closure. I will say Peter spaffing on Lois's face felt like a bit of a rushed ending that didn't do the intricate plot enough justice. You know, I still have so many questions. Anyways, I'll be praying to Jar for the sequel, and I really hope it comes. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want me to review any other of these, let me know. Think of any popular TV show, animated or not, and there will be one. I have nothing better to do with my life. And on that note, thank you for watching and have a lovely day.